I want to share with you a very recent win that I had in my own life, but also in my business. And it was a personal aha moment for me. And it was even a personal slap me with a wet fish if I ever do this again kind of moment. But we all need them because this is how we learn. So a short while back, my whole family got the swine flu and we were all just sick in bed. First my little girl, and then it was my boy, and just the next day it was me. I think my husband was the only one that was just down for a day or two, but he just has a naturally very strong immune system. Thank you, God, for that. But the rest of us, we were down and out, and I kept going back, especially for my little girl. I was changing my life. I'm in a transitional stage right now, so life is changing all the time, and by design I would just go back to basics. But this time I went to the drugstore and I did all the natural things. Nothing unnatural went into, nothing with the added sugar and the added everything. All the homeopathic, natural healing tools that the chemist has. Tried the one, tried the other, tried the one, tried the other, and my family just wasn't getting better. And then one day I was having a conversation. I'm like, I don't know why my kid is just sleeping. I'm just not getting him over that. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. People feeling like I'm just not getting over this illness, I'm just not getting, like, for a few days I feel fine and then the fever is back, or for a few days I feel fine and then the headache's back. And for, you know what I mean. I know I'm not the only one out there. And then during this conversation, it struck me that I haven't gone back to basics, back to the lemon water first thing in the morning, but back to the recommendations I give to my clients. Why don't we follow our own advice sometimes? Because it's real good advice. Back to the celery juice right after that. Back to the high quality supplements, because believe me, if you think that the one supplement is the multivitamin or omega or whatever is the same as the other, it is not. There's a reason why there is a huge price difference between quality and the not so good quality, because we tried the same zincs on the shelf, and then I went and I bought my good quality zinc, and it did make a difference. In just one dosage, it made a difference. And believe me, it was a micro dosage compared to the ones that I got on the chemist shelf, because I was impatient. I didn't want to wait for the delivery of my proper supplements, what was one of the main reasons. Anyways, so I got my proper supplements and did my protocols, went back to the basics, cut out the real bad. I wouldn't say real bad because we eat rather healthy, regularly. But I cut out the bad stuff and I introduced more of the healing food that I know heals. And it was literally within a few hours that I started doing these protocols and introducing the proper supplements, that my child got color back into his cheeks, the dark circles went away under his eyes, and he didn't get back into bed. He did not sleep again for the rest of the day, or since then he hasn't slept during the day. And up to then, it was about 7 days that he was just sleeping every day, where we would go out and come back in and he would sleep. And that is just not my kids. My kids have energy, so then you know that your kids are sick. So it was a win. It was a learning curve for me that, Lindy, go back to basics. But it was also a win that, if you go back to basics and if you work with your body to heal, it will heal itself, because that's what God designed it to do. It can heal itself. You just have to, give it the right tools and then it will heal. So glad to say that I learned my lesson. And I told my friends that if you see me walking into a chemist again, slap me with a wet fish, because those things just don't work. And I proved it to myself again. I keep saying it to other people, to my clients, to everyone. I proved it to myself again that those things just don't work. They are just not the quality of the things that I can introduce you to. So comment below if you also had an aha moment, or if you are also just not getting over this, whatever is around. I mean, there's so many things going around. Let me know in the comments so that I can just give you some encouragement and maybe help you heal.